Hello and welcome back to another video. In this problem, we're asked to sketch the graph of the function f of x is equal to the absolute value of x if the absolute value of x is less than or equal to 1, and f of x is equal to 1 if the absolute value of x is greater than 1. So before we worry about what this means, let's actually graph the pieces of this piecewise function. So we have our graph in the xy plane. We have f of x on the x-axis and x on the y-axis. And what we're going to do is I'm going to draw these in pencil in full, and then we're going to erase away where they are not valid for this function. So first of all, we have the absolute value of x, which is a graph you should be familiar with. Just looks like this. You have a line with a slope of -1 and a line with a slope of 1 meeting at the origin. And of course, it's only positive. Next, we have f of x is equal to 1, which is, of course, a horizontal line at y equals 1. Now, what does it mean for the absolute value of x to be less than or equal to 1? That means -1 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 1. X has to be within this range for the absolute value of it to be less than 1. It can be positive or negative, but it has to be within this. So if x is not in this range, so for this and for this, the absolute value function is not valid. The absolute value of x is greater than 1 if x is greater than 1, or if x is less than -1. You can also just think of this as everything that isn't covered by our absolute value function in this range. Because if the absolute value of x is not less than or equal to 1, it must be greater than 1. So we have this slightly oddly shaped function, which is constant and then dips down for the absolute value, and then is constant again at f of x is equal to 1.